86 for no loss. That's England's score in this session, not overall. Overall, you all know it was 112 for 5 and they remain at 5 and have increased it to 198, 2 runs short of the 200 run mark. And that takes me to predictions that were made. Siddharth said 6 wicket could be lost for no runs. Harshit has said forget the doubt. Question is not when India will come to bat. It is in which session. And he had predicted now this session India would have batted. He had gone so far as to say where I had said we'll see you straight at tea time. He said no, or before, assuming that England would have been all out. And where are we sitting now?
More eggs. More eggs.
Where are we sitting now?
We are sitting on 198 for 5. No wickets lost and Root 67 runs. First half century for him in this series.
It's the Joe Root.
What is it?
Oh, I'm looking for baseball. I couldn't find it at all in this.
No baseball. I was actually going to say what has happened. Have England moved from plan A to plan B? I was like, I can't even call it plan B because plan B is baseball, right? B, plan. So, what is this? Plan C? It's actually plan D, defense, which is what is needed in test match cricket, which is what England are doing, which is what led to Joe Root playing the way that he so very well can, which is leading for him to get to 100, which he is so capable of, which is leading for him to get a daddy 100, which he is so capable of, which has led to him not playing a reverse scoop.
Yeah. He also had plan C, common sense. It was common sense ball.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Plan C is there.
They also have plan F, Foakes.
Hey.
No, Foakes is someone, I will stick my neck out.
F, so then they will be
D they've already reached.
D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
But Foakes is playing well.
Yeah.
But that is something we knew he was capable of anyway.
He's always been capable of this. He's someone who has a very good record of stitching partnerships with the lower order. Not saying Joe Root's the lower order, but when he comes lower down, he has those abilities to make big stands. I think 100 odd run stands in Asia or in overseas conditions. He's had 5 or 6 of them. England have never lost any of those matches.
Ooh, and signs.
This is your second last recognized batting pair.
Oh my God. That's some calculation. Second last recognized batting pair.
Because after this you have Hartley and he can bat. But beyond that then you've got Robinson.
And Bashir and Anderson. I mean, no mistake to Jimmy. He may have an 81. But that was 10 years ago. So, Siraj one short ball or Akashdeep one short ball, you can just blow it.
Spoon it.
Yep. So, yeah, totally England session this one. Root showing tremendous class and ability, and Foakes, as you mentioned, the ideal support for him, and all our predictions gone down the drain.
No, I didn't predict that. I was the only one who kept warning you guys.
But what is it?
Every time you were going like 2-day test match, I said never know. It could be 3-day, never know. Could be 4-day. What if India bat for 1.5 day?
Okay, now are India batting today or not?
That's a good one. As things stand right now, the way Joe Root is playing and the way Foakes is looking, I doubt it. Because see, I think for Joe Root now, once he's set, it has to be a stupid mistake like a reverse scoop.
Or a lapse in concentration.
To get him out.
Or a ramp or something.
Or a Ben Stokes type of delivery. Now, that's the other thing that you haven't seen. I mean, you've seen a couple of balls that have stayed low, but that's what I said, that what if, yes, there could be a few balls that stay low. Why? You could still get runs because the pitch looked like you could play your strokes. And what if those deliveries don't produce wickets? In the first session it did. What if those 1 or 2 deliveries in a session or 2-3 deliveries don't produce a wicket? Then there's a good chance teams can bat long in this test match. And I think the pitch in that sense has eased out a bit. Also, what you're not seeing, one is that uneven bounce. You barely saw 1 or 2 deliveries in this session, so it's become better. The other thing is, and I always look at a Kuldeep to see how much it's aiding spinners, because Ashwin and Jadeja aren't that big turners of the ball, right?
Yep.
But with Kuldeep, you can see if it's gripping or not. If you want to see the ball is gripping, Kuldeep's the right guy, and it's not gripping as yet. So spinners, it's not the type of a pitch which will help spinners. Not now. Again, I don't know. This is expected to start turning day 3 onwards. Not now. So it's not assisting. It has to be some outstanding bowling. That is what you got in Akashdeep. Some good bowling there. Then that one delivery that stayed low, which took you to 5. Now from here on, it's good to bat on. It may stay good to bat on. Of course, the final session, maybe even tomorrow. And unless Joe Root and Foakes make blunders, they should bat long.
See, I think now for India, the key time would be what? 61 overs done, 19 overs later.
The new ball.
Because you need the new ball. The new ball was doing something in the morning. Of course, now see the pitch also seems to be very different. So off the pitch also you may not get as much. But the new ball at least it's giving you something. Because right now, I haven't seen an inch of reverse in whatever little bit the Pacers have been bowling. So
is the outfield much lusher than what you've seen in Rajkot,
Rajkot
Vizag
was
or
definitely
Hyderabad?
more on the rougher sides as far as outfields go. So there it definitely probably got scuffed up a little easier. There I saw a couple of times players were diving and they were kind of stopping. So here it might be better.
It could happen. And also, you look at in this entire session, the one proponent who could try reverse swing was not used, Mohammad Siraj. He didn't bowl at all in the entire session.
Yeah.
You tried Akashdeep.
Thrice, a short burst. Twice, so I remember, or possibly thrice, which is just telling you that in his debut match, he's become your go-to bowler
Yeah.
for the captain.
In this session, he went at close to 4 runs an over because he had 7 overs, I think 3 for 24. Then 6 overs, he's gone for 23.
Yeah, but in comparison to Siraj, though, he was
Yeah.
very economical.
So, I don't know why. Maybe India in this session might try Siraj with reverse swing. Possibly get some.
What else do you have? What option do you have?
Yeah, who else?
Only
will-
new ball. They'll just say go for a new ball burst.
No,
You cannot. You have to try. 19 overs, the game may well be taken away from you.
But then you're seeing how the spinners are really getting that low bounce. It's getting to skid through. Yeah, Ashwin's not looking that effective.
He's bowled a lot short today for some reason.
Yeah. And he's tried a lot of different variations. I mean, Sunil Gavaskar on air was like saying there is like the Aarti kind of a delivery straight that's there. Puja ki Aarti is coming like that and bowling.
He always,
he always does
that.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
The Aarti straight.
He does that.
He does that a lot.
Oh,
by
we've
the way-
not seen the leg spinner yet.
No. He bowled
He
one.
bowled, he bowled.
There was one,
Not
yeah.
leg spin. Yeah, like
A leg break kind of ball.
Kind of a Kumble like delivery.
like the off spin is
Off
like
spinner.
that, not the carom, but like this sort of a delivery.
Yeah, but
like
we've seen
which will
Ashwin turn into a proper leg spinner once.
Yeah.
Proper, he's
Yeah,
trying
he's
proper
done that.
leg spin.
No,
That's
hasn't come.
what happened here.
Those wrist spin leg.
Yeah.
The leg he got one to turn away, but through using his finger.
Yeah.
The little carom
like
that
the
he tried.
Kumble top spinner. It was like that. The Kumble top spinner.
Something like that, but not the proper. The
Proper.
wrist leg has not come yet. Which he is capable.
That
of.
he is capable. He could try again. Ashwin, with everything that he has in his repertoire,
He's coming like this, but he's jumping here and getting the delivery in that sense. So he's trying a whole different kind of artis and all those things to ensure he gets
you'll have to now to get Joe Root out because he looks very well set now. In fact, the broadcaster showed a breakdown of the strokes that he played a lot straighter this time, Joe Root. Otherwise, he's playing, of course, more square with all the sweeps and the reverse sweeps that he tends to go a lot square. Otherwise, today he's played conventional cricket, good cricket, very well spread across. So there's not one area that he's looked at scoring runs. He's played to the merit of the ball, and now Joe Root's playing the kind of Joe Root that will score double hundreds here in India.
And the one thing which assured me that okay, Joe Root has come out to play common sense cricket. That late steer to third man, that was the shot which used to give him a lot of runs pre-bas ball. That late steer in Australia, that used to be his go-to shot. Just steer it down to third man. But in Australia, there was one weakness of pre-bas ball Joe Root. Lapse in concentration. That's why he was the great non-converter. A ball on the leg side, he would flick it out. Outside of poke, out. So
now, of course, if he stays well settled once he gets to the 100, and this is the advantage, this is what I thought or expected I'd see from Root, was that when he started playing those outrageous shots, I'm like, okay, good, he's added something to his game. I didn't think that would become his game.
Yeah.
Because you're such a good batter as it is. It's not like, look at the amount of test runs this man has. We ourselves came to a hypothesis that if anyone could come close to touching Sachin's run numbers, it would be Joseph Root. There's no one else who comes close.
Yep.
And that's not to say that he should be chasing milestones. My point was those runs he was scoring also contributed to your team scores. It's test cricket. Intent doesn't matter as much. Intent will matter in phases. In those phases, go for your reverse ramps and reverse scoops and reverse sweeps and reverse whatevers. I don't care. But you're such a good test batter. Finally, we're seeing it. We're seeing Root ball at long last.
he's 33, right? Joe Root, 33 or 34.
But I'm saying, don't count your chicken before they're hatched, in that sense that I know what you're saying is correct. For all you know, he goes and makes everyone look stupid by saying root ball. For his 100 he's on 94 and plays a reverse scoop for 6 to reach his 100.
Try to at least.
Yes.
And then we were like, we kept saying finally root ball.
And then it's a rude awakening.
It is a
He does
rude
that.
awakening.
By the way, since England have changed their approach, do you think India have caught on to some of that approach, especially in the way that they've been going about with the DRS? Because that's exactly what Bazball DRS did. Ben Stokes would insist that his team play Bazball, and he also play Bazball in captaincy by exhausting his DRS as quickly as possible, and that's exactly what the Indian team has done. Every time the bowler is asked, Captain Rohit Sharma has been very kind enough to oblige and has asked for DRS, even though there have been times where you can clearly make out that the wicketkeeper is telling him nay, going down, or somebody is saying
One time it was
one time-
wicketkeeper,
yes.
one time it was Ashwin, and
one
both
time-
times he took the review.
Jadeja as well. Jadeja, that was a horrible review to take.
I mean, look
the last
at-
one that you burnt.
You had to look at
no,
Jurel.
he's talking about the times two players advise him not
Not
to
to.
take.
Jadeja always
Yet he
says
took
take.
it.
Yeah,
Jadeja is
that was a
all.
bad review to take. The last one. that
All
you took.
reviews.
When I was watching the review, you know who I remember? There are two other sports people I remember when it came to taking really bad reviews. One being Rohit's contemporary Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
The other being Roger Federer. Also had a shocking time when it came to reviews. He'd review the most mind-numbingly obvious outs, and then I'm seeing the replay and I'm like, Roger, what were you saying?
There's one more player I'll add in that list in cricket, Shane Watson. Notorious when it came to DRS. It's hitting middle immediately. And Virendra
Virendra
Sehwag.
Sehwag in the 2011 World Cup.
2011 World Cup final.
And not just that. Okay. You should have seen Jurel's reaction when that last
thrilled.
So he was,
He was
like,
jumping around.
He was doing all this. I mean,
Early days.
if he is adamant that it's going down, like, why do you have to do this celebration? I think he's also caught up in the whole thing. And again, keeping to Kuldeep, he's again had a torrid time.
I don't
He dropped
blame
a
him
catch. I think a catch was dropped of Kuldeep by Jurel. So he's finding it the hard way. So let's see how that, whether all those missed reviews are going to hurt India, because now
The
we'll
missed
have to
reviews
play.
can, because again, what if there's one which is a close call which doesn't go your way?
Yeah.
You can't even review it. Why did you burn through all your reviews in 2 sessions? That's
Two
a,
sessions.
He's heard you. Michael won.
Yep, common sense ballers are.
We said no plan B, say plan C. Plan B is Bazball. Plan C is obviously.
common sense ballers.
What would plan A be?
attack ball.
Attack ball.
That is Bazball.
Yeah,
Attack.
exactly.
It should be adapt actually, but they choose to attack all the time.
Adapt ball.
Yeah.
Plan A
Adapt
is actually adapt ball.
Yeah.
Adapt to the situation.
Yep.
But that's also common sense in that sense.
It's the same thing.
You know what this Bazball
You do
thing
A, you
has
don't
done?
know. If you do A ball, adapt ball correctly, you don't need common sense ball. Then so you just plan A is good enough in that case.
You know what this whole Bazball thing has spawned? This entire whatever root ball, row ball, and all of that. It reminds me of how Watergate. Every single controversy is a gate.
Yeah.
Cronje gate, then sandpaper
Sandpaper
gate,
gate, monkey gate.
monkey gate.
All gates.
All Watergates, because that was the name of the hotel which happened, but now every scandal is a gate. This now ball, any kind of thing, common sense ball, row ball, and all
In
that.
fact, this concept of ball also is not even a cricketing thing.
Yeah.
Ah,
The ball, this attaching of a ball comes from football.
Football.
So
Or baseball,
you'll have,
if I'm not
no,
mistaken.
Sari ball. So it was came from Maurizio Sarri. Pet ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Andrew Postecoglou,
So
Yeah.
it comes from football.
it came from British media who are obviously
Yeah,
inspired
by
by
football.
terminology that are used in football.
Exactly.
So what's
So that's
surprising?
what. Row ball, baseball, and everything is all like the gate. Sandpaper gate, water gate, Cronje gate, fixing gate.
So the one thing which you were talking about inspired from football, I really liked was when Joe Root got to his 50, the trumpeter of the Barmy Army starts blasting out a rendition of Hey Jude,
Yeah.
the Beatles
Oh,
song.
Which
and
is always played in.
No, not
football
just that.
games.
They're chanting Joe Root. That is very nice. Okay, that's this. I like that. Nice touch.
Billy
Yeah,
Cooper.
but Hey Jude is played quite often.
It
in
is because
football
a lot of fans will adopt it for players. Like there's Olivier Giroud.
Giroud.
Yeah.
His Arsenal fans adopted it and made it Giroud. Then Real Madrid fans now sing it for Jude Bellingham.
Hey Jude, yes,
Obviously.
absolutely.
Okay, Rakesh Bhushan joins us. Says Siddharth is having a horrendous day. He predicted deep to be taken.
To the cleaners, he means.
Deep to be taken to the cleaners. Akash Deep, acha. England capitulating in second session.
But only my prediction, hey, all of them got it wrong.
No, it takes
Identical.
But you are also.
But
it takes me back to 2022 IPL. But now one prediction he got right.
Score prediction 0-74.
So I heard.
74 game losing streak. I was the reverse Undertaker. Hey, but that's not my thing here. I didn't know if Root
Actually,
would
it is
play
your
common
thing.
sense.
It is your thing, kind
I
of.
didn't know Root would play common sense ball.
No,
And
but
that
getting
example of
predictions wrong.
6-4-0. I mean, it happened in Cape Town. It didn't happen anywhere else. It
Happened to India only.
It happened
Yeah.
to India
I
only.
remember.
6-4-0, Cape Town. So that's not mine.
Dhairya says England did not play baseball in this session. Correct, Dhairya? Pretty much what we've been saying. Baseball has been ditched for whatever ball you want to.
Yeah, and I have done a video. Mark Ramprakash has called this England team, you're only entertainers. They're busy playing entertainers. They're not playing test cricket.
Exactly.
That's harsh.
Exactly.
Yep.
Sir Chandan Yalamati has a good question. Will Stokes declare at the end of the I say rubbing it in.
You are going by Michael Clark ball then. Because Michael Clark, 237 on an absolute road.
Declared.
He declared.
But last year,
England's
Ashes,
guilty.
with 2 wickets remaining, I guess,
Yeah.
Stokes decided to declare.
No, but Sarath Chandan's comment here is obviously rubbing salt into their wounds. What happened to baseball that way? So you will declare now. End of day
End
one.
of day.
Declare. But India has taken a bit of that, at least in DRS, as we pointed out. Pranit Datta is back.
In the age of social media, even experts like you jump the gun quickly. The pitch has settled. It's turned out to be a good wicket. First session, the bowlers now by playing situation ball, one can survive. Bats ball forgotten.
Situation ball. That's also.
That's so there is a plan S
Sit
also.
ball. If you have to be like
Plan S.
cool
There
about
is a
it.
plan S also.
Sit ball.
Madness.
Yeah.
No, but Pranit, you see, we were also cautious. You see that in the program in our lunch session.
Question
A number
was
of times
whether
I
it
said-
had the ingredients of being the
Correct,
shortest
but
or
how-
whatever. We were discussing possibilities.
Yeah, no, but I was also was like being cautious, telling everyone, no, let's relax, hold on, let's see how India play. We'll judge the pitch at the end of the day. And we said that. But also look at what you saw in the first session. You can't blame people for doing that. You should have gone and checked out our comment section. It was going crazy with horrendous pitch. This will happen. That will happen. They've changed the nature. They have ruined it. All of that was happening. By the way, it's still too early. It can again take a 360-degree turn.
Yes.
So hold on, everyone.
I know. So everybody who predicted India is going to bat. I mean, so many of our family members also saying.
Okay, Nishant Thakur says proper 2019 vibes. India were 3 down and Rohit scored the double.
Yeah, against South Africa. 212 if I'm not mistaken, he hit in that. So
The-
and I think even Rahane hit a century if I'm not mistaken.
May have been. The most optimist of our subscribers, GGK, he's here. He says India will win by an innings. Big England collapse, loading England all out under 250. India 100 for no loss at the end of the day.
Wow.
He's the biggest optimist that there is.
I mean, he's obviously he still backs Sanju Samson. Obviously, he's optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine if in India, if I think Australia needed 4 runs to win the World Cup, I mean, there were people like, there are some people saying there's a collapse loading. 2 runs, 7 wickets gone.
I'm convinced that GGK takes a good volume of wishful thinking every morning, because to have such hopes.
Are you speaking in code?
Sure he is. Okay, players are back on the field. We're going to say bye-bye. You guys take care. And this always is a short session that we have, tea time.
Yep.
But the longer session, post-match, by that time,
There could
this
be more
a
eggs.
third type of
More eggs?
session.
But that time it will be our tea time. So.
We'll see. Take care. Bye-bye.
No, no.